Hello, this is the voice of Anthony Churko. Over the past few weeks, I have been working on programming a 6-hand Almonte Euchre game in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and today I'm going to show you a demo version so we can kind of see how it works. So in this official version, as you can see, the cards of the AI players are all face down, but if we go into the demo version, which I'm going to send out to whoever wants a copy, you can see that the players' cards are all programmed to be face up. Now, the game isn't yet playable. However, I have programmed it to do a few things. For example, when you click on the deal button, it's going to randomly deal out the 31 card deck, 5 cards per player with the 31st card, also known as the up card, in the middle. So let's give it a try. Takes a second because it's doing a lot of work. And there we go. Completely different hands there. If you do play 6-handed Euchre regularly, you will notice that the hands are neatly sorted with the jokers or bugs or whatever you call them, the 4 of spades, 3 of spades, 2 of spades at the left of the hand, followed by the bowers, and then the remaining cards sorted by suit and then rank. So let's find a good example here. Yeah, so here's a bug followed by a diamond, a spade, a heart, and a club. There's also a dealer chip that will automatically go to the next person clockwise on the table whenever the deal button is pressed. Let's just take a look at that. Now it's at Terry, and now it's at John. Now based on who the dealer is, in this case John, and what the up card is, in this case the 8 of hearts, the first question that you're going to see up here is, would you like John to pick up the 8 of hearts? Now, in real life Almonte Euchre, if the up card is a 4, 3, or 2 of spades, also known as a bug, the dealer can declare it any suit that they want before they look at their own hand. But since there's absolutely no strategy to this, and in my experience the dealer generally just declares it spades, I didn't bother programming that choice in. So an up card bug in this game is always just treated as a spade. So let's take a look at this hand. So the Queen of Spades is the up card, and in this case Graham is the dealer. So the first player clockwise from the dealer, in this case Terry, has the option to order the dealer to add the up card to his hand, discarding a card of his choice. And if that first player passes, then the choice goes to the second player, in this case John, who can order it up or he can pass, and so on. Now you can see the choices that everyone makes in this column here. So Terry says no, he doesn't want to order it up. John says no, he doesn't want to order it up. At some point, I'm going to set your response as a user input, but for now, everyone's decision is made by the AI. Now, if anyone chooses yes, then the suit of the up card becomes the trump suit, and the team of the player who said yes, who ordered it up, they become the makers, and then the other team is the defenders. Now, if everyone chooses no, as they did in this case, then each player, again beginning with the player clockwise from the dealer, which in this case is Terry, has the option to declare any of the other 3 suits to be trump. And if they do so, then the game begins with that suit as trump, and that player's team become the makers, and the other team becomes the defenders. Also, I'm eventually going to make your choice interactive, but for now, again, all the choices are made by the AI. Now, the reason that I'm sending this demo out now is I would like experienced players of Almonte Euchre to have a look at the choices that the players are making based on their hands and to verify that they make sense. So, for example, let's actually take a look at this hand. So, a Queen of Spades was turned up by Graham, and everyone said no. So, let's see. So, Terry had the first choice. He has 2 spades and no bugs or bowers, so yeah, it would make sense for him to pass. John has a bug and a bower, but not much else, so it makes sense for him to pass. I've got an 8 of spades, and that's it. Like, that's a really bad hand. Eric has what looks like a good hand. He's got a couple of spades, plus he'd have the right bower, but then a couple of low clubs. That's not terrible, but it's not great. I would probably pass. Michael has 2 bugs, plus he's got a jack of hearts, an ace of hearts, and a 10 diamonds. So that would be a really good hand to be hearts or diamonds, but he wouldn't want spades to be trump, so he would pass on that. And then Graham, as the dealer, he can pick up the card if he wants to, but he actually doesn't have any spades at all, so it would make sense for him to pass. So I think that all of those choices are good. Now, would you like to declare the trump suit? Terry would say no. That makes sense. He's got a little bit of everything, but not a lot of anything. So yeah, it makes sense that he would pass. Now, John declares it hearts. Does that make sense? John has a 3-bug, the left bower, and 2 smaller hearts. So yeah, that's a really good hand for hearts. I think that everything made sense this round. Now, if you're particularly astute, you may be thinking that John is actually in a lot of trouble because Michael over here on the other team has 2 bugs plus the right bower plus the ace of hearts. So there's a good chance that John is actually going to get euchred here. But John, not knowing what's in anyone else's hands, made the right decision based off of the information that was available to him. Let's try one more. Okay, so this time an 8 of spades was turned up. Terry is the dealer. And it looks like everybody passed up until Terry, who decided to pick up the 8 of spades. So John has a 4-bug, but no spades, so he wouldn't order. I have a 10 of spades, and that's it, so I wouldn't order. Eric has 2 spades, but no bugs or bowers, so he wouldn't order. Michael has 1 bug, but no spades, so he wouldn't order. Graham has a jack of clubs and a queen of spades, but that's it. He wouldn't order. Terry is looking really strong in spades. Now, actually, you may notice that the 8 of spades is already in his hand, in addition to being here. That's because Terry already automatically declared it spades, picked up the 8 of spades, and discarded whatever else he had in his hand, whatever else he was dealt. So that's not a mistake. Don't worry about that. But it does make sense that he would want to pick up that 8 because he now has a bug, the right bower, the ace of spades, and the 8 of spades with a queen off. So that's quite a good hand. I think that Terry made the right decision there. Now, if you have a copy of this game and you are an experienced euchre player, there may be some gray areas where, depending on how aggressive or conservative a player you personally are, you may actually disagree with the AI's decision. The decisions that the AI makes are based on how I, Anthony Churko, play, and I've certainly argued about bidding strategy with other euchre players before. For example, I'll show you this hand here. Should you declare trump if you have 4 suited cards, but no bugs and no bowers? I'm of the strong opinion that you're probably going to get euchred if you declare trump with a hand like this. So if the AI gets a hand that looks kind of like this and it passes, don't be surprised. But if an AI player makes a major mistake, like declaring trump of the up card after they've already passed on it, or they pass with 2 bugs, or they declare trump in an obviously weak suit, please take a screenshot and send it to me so that I can troubleshoot it. Lastly, you can manually change the scores over here. For example, I can just change that to a 5. These don't actually do anything yet. 5 and 3. And the scorekeeper cards on the table will automatically change. I think that they're correct. Like, I think that that's how you mark 5 and that's how you mark 3. Or here's 12. 12 for red and 11 for black. I think that that's how I remember doing it. I haven't actually played in real life for about 6 years, so if anyone could please tell me if those don't look correct, that would be helpful. All right, so that's it. Please let me know if you would like a copy of this just to play around and make sure that there are no obvious bugs in the way that the AI bids. And that will go a long way to help me make this a really awesome game once it's all finished. Until next time.